Hello everyone, live with Dr. Mom. I finally made myself take time to get this video done because I've been lollygagging, not doing any videos, not doing any, and I'm doing it with my phone because internet connection, like a couple times I almost couldn't get on right now anyway. But I'm going to go ahead and try to get this done, because I haven't been doing it for a very long time, and so I kind of have. I just finished working out, so I'm like, well, I'll put on a little makeup and then just shoot the video. So I've missed everybody a lot, and I just haven't been getting to my. You know how I'm semi-retired now. I don't know why I'm not getting anything done. You'd think that I'd have way too much time, but for some reason I'm not getting as much done as when I was working full-time. I don't know. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is try to just go over my RV life, sort of how that's been going, just kind of give you some updates on that, my workouts, how my workouts doing, and then also my moving forward series that I haven't been doing much with. And then after that, I asked Lesa if I could just kind of show you around her house. It's just beautiful. It's gorgeous here today. I think we both looked at our phones and I think it was like 81. Beautiful. It's a little windy. But I wanted to show you her backyard, and then she said that she'd do a little interview with me. So I think it's going to be really fun to do that today. And I just wanted to get back online. Who I am, I'm a doctor of higher education. I am a mom and a grandma and a friend, and what I'm doing right now is traveling around in my RV. I just finished a bodybuilding competition. That was my one series that I kind of ended, but I'm still bodybuilding. And then also a moving forward series, and I need to get going, that I haven't done enough of. I've been on here for probably, I don't know if it's been a year yet, but it feels like it. I started with Unstoppable Influencer Challenge, and just started doing videos, and I love them. And so here I am back, whether you like it or not. Okay, so today, what's happening with my RV life? So I just thought, I made a list, and I'm like, how am I liking this 2021 Thor Elite? Hey Irene, my good friend Irene, I miss you. We share people that we like to watch on YouTube, Dr. Andrew Huberman. And thanks for reminding me, Irene, that I haven't been watching him, and I got back on. And hello, Donna, as well. So anyway, I'm going to get back to it. Okay, 2021 Thor Elite 24-foot RV. So how am I doing in it? I bought it brand new because, for the reason of, I'd never drove an RV before, and I would, you know, for a while I couldn't figure out if I wanted to truck and to pull a trailer or to drive one. So I did the RV. I didn't get extensions that, you know, that go out on the sides, because I felt like I wanted it very simple. I don't want it heavy. I didn't know how I would be driving, and so I didn't want to pull a trailer because I thought that would be an added stress. I wanted to be able to drive because I had a dog and a cat at the time, and they were right inside with me, right? Well, unfortunately, I did lose my cat along the way. I guess she kept trying to get out. You know, I learned a lot, but I miss her. I looked at some of my old videos, and I really miss her. But the dog's still with me. So we are in Lake Havasu City, Arizona, which I am loving this time of year. This weather is beautiful. It took a while. I was here a week before, probably 2 weeks. I think I've been here 2 weeks, and it was a little hot, a little hard to sleep at night. And I'm getting used to, so when you stay with someone, you plug in and you don't want it, like I have an air conditioner, but I'm not quite sure yet what it's costing for me to run the air conditioner, so I don't. And it's, I mean, you know, Lesa tells me to, but I didn't, because I don't want to spend a lot of money, because that's one of the things that happened to me since I've been out on the road, is gas prices have increased substantially. I don't want to tell you this, but it's cost me a lot in just gas, because I've been traveling since June, so I've got 11,000 miles on. I've probably spent about $4,000 already in gas. And different things. I had to buy things for the RV. I had to get a dentist cleaning, and I didn't, and I had to pay cash for that. But it's kind of spendy. It's a little spendy. So I feel like you have to get somewhere and stay for a little while, so you're not traveling around spending all the money. I hit about 10,000 miles, and my RV said, you definitely need an oil change. When I got here at Lesa's, Todd told me, oh man, you should be getting your oil changed at 3,000 or 4,000 miles. So I got it right in. You know, it was a couple $100 to get it changed. They told me 5,000 miles is a good place to go. So I won't do that again. But, you know, I've been to Colorado, Kentucky, Ohio, Minnesota, back to Idaho, up to northern Idaho, over to Washington, and down through Nevada, and now over to Lake Havasu City. So, you know, I bought it at 1,700 miles, and it has 11,000 now. So she's doing good. Queen Lucy is doing well. The oil change was great, no complaints. So the only thing that caught me a little off guard was the air pressure in your tires, because I'd never had an RV, and I'm used to checking my oil and my tire pressure when I go on trips. So I went out to check it, and it has hubcaps on, right? Well, the pressure, the little stem that goes out of the tire, is down inside the hubcaps. So I'm like, oh my, how do I do that, right? And so the front tire, someone either stole my hubcap or it fell off. So I have to order a new one. So it had the little stem sticking out. So I put on this tire pressure gauge that someone gave me, and it like sort of blew up. Nothing scary, but so I don't know. Anyway, I was told you could go to Big O and they would check your tire pressure for you. So I had the guys where I had my oil change check my tire pressure, because it's part of the service, right? Well, I came back and they're like, you need to get extensions for your tire gauges, for your tire stems, because we can't check your air pressure unless you take off the hubcaps, right? So I'm like, oh, well, where do I do that? And they're like, well, you have to go to like Big O or tire place where you buy new tires. So I went to Big O. Big O in Lake Havasu City is huge and busy. Busy. So I went in and I talked to him about it. Can I get these extensions for my air pressure, for my tire? No, we don't do that. So I went back to Virgil's where I got my oil changed. No, I went back to Sunshine RV. And I'm like, okay, I need air pressure gauges for my tires. They're like, oh yeah, okay, we have those. So I think it was around I'm gonna say 80 bucks. So I got them, and it looks like you got to screw them down. So I'll keep them. So I went back to Virgil's. I'm like, okay, I have the air pressure gauges. Can you check my air pressure? And I got to talk to, it might have been the boss, I don't know. But I'm like, I need to know how to check my air pressure and my tires. So he's like, oh, well, we did do that for you. Everything is good, but you know, you just need those gauges when you have it checked again. So I'm good to go. I'm like, am I good to go to travel now to, say, like Florida? Because that's kind of my plan. Depends on, I need to plan it. I'm trying to plan it out better because for one, gas prices. For two, you know, if you stay at a RV park, it's about, it can be 50 bucks a night. I've had as low as 30, but those things can add up. That's per night, right? Some of them I saw that you could stay at 700 to 800 a month. So that's not really in my budget. So I think my next venture is going to be back to Kentucky. My daughter lives there, and I will stay with them for a couple months. That'll put me into January, and then I think the weather, I've also been checking the weather down in Florida. I think the weather's good, so then I can travel down there, whether it be 2 months or 4 months, depending on cost and things, for the into April. Then maybe go back to my daughter's April and May, my son in Minnesota June and July, and maybe back to Idaho again, because I do plan on doing another bodybuilding competition. So how's the driving in this sucker? Well, she drives really well. It's a Ford motor, and I know some don't like Fords, but I do. I was raised on Fords. 350, 10, I think it's V10, I think that's what it means. It does really well up steep grades. Like, I can pass semis pretty easy, things like that. It runs real. I wouldn't try the mountain passes. That scared me a little bit. All in all, it drives super well. It gives me a little anxiety when I'm going through cities. Like, I just went through Vegas, and people drive pretty fast there. It's still a little weird when you're in your lane. You know, it feels like it's kind of wide, but I just try to stay in the center, and then I'm all right. You know, I'm okay, but it just is weird when you pass semis and things like that. It just takes a lot of getting used to. So I love driving it though. All in all, the maintenance has been pretty low. That's why I bought it brand new. I've had to fix the water heater. The water heater circuit board went out almost immediately. That took me, so that's another thing when you're traveling, when you're living in your RV, it is hard to get things fixed, especially in these strange times we're living in, because we're living in it's strange times after COVID, you know. More people have bought RVs, more people have bought trailers, more people are getting the ones fixed they have, and so the RV places are months out of getting anything fixed. And when I live in it, I can't just go over and turn it into them for a week, right? So almost none of them will guarantee doing it in one day. Like, they want 24 to 48 hours, so you got to go drop it off. So I don't know how I'm going to do that, you know. The other thing is my stove over here. I had a glass top on it, and it got too hot, and then I turned the microwave on, and I don't know if it's the cool air, you know, because it's a little bit of a fan, but it shattered, long story short. So I went over here to an RV place, and they're having a hard time finding that part. But I know I have 3 more weeks. So I said, you know, I need it in 3 weeks. So I went by today to check on it, and he still can't find it. So I don't know. nothing is fast. 2 months out at least. I would just have to pick up the part and do it myself because I can't leave it. Now, Jody and Bill told me, there's some friends of ours, they said they did park in an RV parking lot while they worked on it for a couple days, I think they told me, when something was out, something substantial. The other thing is under the kitchen sink, I couldn't use my actual sink for a while because when they built it, when they first put it together, they the pipe that comes out from the sink that goes down in a U shape, they didn't put some kind of brace under it, and so every time I traveled, it just came right off. Like, it's not made to stay up if you're if you're moving. So Lesa, her husband Todd, came in and he built a little brace for me, a piece of wood that he put up under there and screwed into the board, and so far that stayed. And I got a new washer and things to go on it so far, because it kept flooding, and you don't want water in here, right? Let's see what else. So I've got to order the hubcap. Evidently a hubcap's not easy to get either. Geez, so that's another whole story, is the hubcap. I went to where I bought it. They're like, nope, we can't order it. Go to the Ford dealer. I went to the Ford dealer. Nope, we can't order it. Call Thor. Thor is the maker of the RV. Nope, they can't order it. So I finally, Virgil took the part off for me, and he gave me a number to call, so I still got to do that. I already told you guys, I have a mark down here. Let's see. Hot weather, about the hot weather. And, when you're out traveling, that's one thing I would check on, like, when you're traveling and staying with someone. Because, you don't want to use their utilities, especially here in Havasu. It's expensive. They're already up. If they use their cooler here, and you got to in 100-degree weather, their bill's probably $300 or $400 a month. You don't want to add to it. So that's another thing. Like, it's important to plan out. Like, I know Jody and Bill, they plan all theirs out, and I hadn't been doing that. I just kind of randomly, like Sandra in Nevada was kind enough to let me stay there. But you kind of run into some problems, with that. Can you plug in? Can you not? This is self-contained, so I can run electricity. I have a generator and everything. And that's another thing. So the generator runs off propane, and so I didn't know how to have it filled. It was pretty easy. I went to a propane place and they knew how to do it, so they kind of showed me. That was fairly easy. I also have a generator and then a backup solar unit that charges the batteries. So far, all in all, it's ran really well. And I love being able to see new places. Traveling through Coeur d'Alene, up through Coeur d'Alene and over into Seattle was breathtaking. Now Seattle has a lot of underground tunnels that you have to drive through. The streets are pretty narrow. If you can check that out, like, that's a good thing to do, because I wouldn't want to go through something like that again. And then even Katie's driveway was pretty narrow, and I kind of had to go through her trees, and hopefully, you don't want to ruin anybody's landscape, and they're kind enough to let you stay there. So we had a wonderful time too. It's been incredible stopping by and visiting friends that, like, even friends that you knew from high school, but we weren't super close, but just getting to know them. I have to say, so that goes with my moving forward series. It's a little uncomfortable. it's a little out of your, maybe, I don't know that I am an extrovert, I think. But I don't know that I'm super comfortable just staying with people. I was trying to figure that out here with Lesa. I'm like, oh, just, you have to let me know. Am I the one that asked to stay? Are you okay for me to stay? Is it, am I interfering with their routines? My kids are different. Like, they seem good with me staying there, but you're still sort of interfering with their routines. It's an odd thing. I've always studied kind of a group behavior type mode in my studies at university, and it's pretty incredible. Even me learning from myself. Does that make sense? From my new life, from my moving forward life. I'm learning about myself, and I'm definitely stretching my boundaries. If it feels a little uncomfortable, just talk about it. Talk about it, and just take your time getting to know whoever you're staying with. Because more than anything, it's a huge blessing. I mean, I can't tell you, just even staying with my kids outside their house. It's a huge blessing being with my grandkids. It was all worth it. All the scariness of leaving my job, semi-retiring, things like that. It was all worth it, and it's been a huge blessing. And just being able to be with people I love and good friends. Seeing, going through Seattle, even, it was just beautiful. Like, everything is so unique and so beautiful. And then going down through Nevada, and then Sandra told me about an area in California to cut through. It was breathtaking. Like, it was just so beautiful. And I think for me, I was like, geez, God knew what he was doing. Man, it's gorgeous. And just being able to take it all in is pretty incredible. Even with the COVIDs and the mask thing and the whole works, right? Because there are some places that have gotten back to masks, it's gotten a little more strict again, but I haven't had any problems with it so far. So now the gas prices were bad, depending on where I was. California was about $6. I went down in Nevada, some places were $4. Dropping down here, it's back down to about $3.18. I heard Texas is under the 2 something. So I'm kind of looking forward to, but I'm also learning that it's better to go and stay somewhere you can stay a little while. So I'm staying with my friend right now in Havasu and loving it. She has a pool, and I'm going to show you her backyard and some of that in a little while. Okay, so let's see. I think that's all I have in the RV. So I've gotten used to not having a lot of TVs. So I can get Wi-Fi, usually from whoever I'm staying with. A friend of mine told me they had a router that I might be able to use. It might be a little more expensive. I think it costs about $50 more a month to your phone bill, AT&T phone bill. I'm gonna, she's going to the reunion at the end of the month, so I'll probably get that from her, and then I'm hoping to still do my RVs. Now, once I get to Kentucky, and then I'm hoping Miriam will let me come by and stay with her a couple days in Texas on the way over to Kentucky. But I want to get set up to be able to do my videos, right, every day. So I can stay up with, especially my Moving Forward series and RV life, so I can show you guys stuff along the way. Supposed to be super windy here today, like 40, 50 mile an hour winds, wind advisory. So It was okay riding my bike to the gym, but it's starting to pick up now, I think. And it's cooling off into the 60s. I love it. Suki and I are loving it. That's the other thing. So when you have a pet and you're staying with someone, that's hard too. Like, you know, Suki's sort of started getting into their dog's food. She started getting into their trash. Lesa just has a little backyard, and her dog's little. So of course, you know, Suki goes more than her dog. So Lesa was having to pick it up. So we kind of put a baby gate in. So now she's a little more contained. Suki had you know, it's not good. Like, I have to keep her on a leash in there because she gets into Lisa's garbage as well. And then, you know what happens if they aren't eating their food or they eat people food. So there's been a couple things like that. And I think she went in Lisa's hall. That's not good. She had to, you know, it's hard. I'm just telling you because you should think about those things. So when I go in the house now, I keep her in a leash. Like, Lesa wouldn't expect it, but I do. I don't want her to be out of my sight. I don't want her to do something, you know, I feel horrible about those things. So I got a new doggy pill and some things to clean up. But we got her kind of contained in this area where I'm staying, so she can go and I can clean it up. So, you know, when I'm at an RV park, and I have been taking her walking. I've been taking her in the morning because she'll usually go there, but I need to take her one more time at night. I'm not getting enough, which I need to talk about next, of my steps in. My new trainer wants me to get 12,000 steps, and I'm only getting about 10, so I got to add it. I'll walk her one more time now that's cooling off. So think about your animals too. That's another thing. When you're traveling, RV parks, they got doggy parks in them, so you can walk them to that every day, and you kind of, you know, there's more contained in your own trailer, which was okay, like, for a while. When I would go in Lisa's house or we'd go somewhere, I would put Suki in here and put on the air conditioner so she was cool. But she got anxiety and was scratching my door to get out. So, gosh, there's just kind of a lot to it. But we're adjusting, we're learning. I leave her outside and leave the door open now, which is fine because Lesa has a locked gate that I can stay in. So, you know, it's kind of a lot to it, but I do love it. Like, I do not regret for 1 minute doing what I'm doing, and the blessings that come with it as you get to share with people, your family and friends and new people. I can't tell you, like, so one time I have to dump the sewer because, you know, they don't have, some people have sewers where their RVs are, but Lesa doesn't. So I go, they got a state park here. You know, it's $15. That's a little more. You can get them as low as $5 to dump the sewer. But I was at one, and this lady was there with another man and lady, and we were talking, and she noticed that I was driving the RV by myself. And so she's like, "Oh, you travel alone?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you know, I've bought this little RV and I've been traveling about 5 months now and I love it." And she goes, "Oh, I've been wanting to do that, but I was afraid to make the change. I was afraid to do it." And I said, "Oh no, I love it." So I said, you know, I do a blog. You can follow it if you want to, which, by the way, Dr. Mom, I'll leave a link on here. I think I have 34 subscribers, but honestly, I haven't been doing it enough. You have to stay consistent, and I've got to get back on doing it consistently. So, subscribe, like. This video, I'm doing it live because my other computer, when I do it on my computer on YouTube, it cuts out a lot, and that's really annoying. So, and I also wanted to show you Lesa's house and interview Lesa. So I just decided to do it like this for now. So what I'll do though is I'll download it, I will put it on my YouTube page, and then you guys can watch it there. But anyway, more and more women are buying RVs and traveling on their own, and it's been very safe for me, especially when I'm out. I stay at an RV park. I feel very comfortable. People are so good there. I have met so many people. It's a group of people, you know, if you travel, you kind of share things, and geez, what a blessing. What a freaking blessing. So yes, I'm loving it. Okay, on to my workouts. So, when I was traveling, I wasn't doing as much workouts because, of course, I didn't really have a gym. I was working out in Minnesota, but when I left there, I went to the bodybuilding show and then left. I didn't really work out until I got down here, now that I'm in Havasu. And I found a little gym, really cute. It's a 5-mile ride there and a 5-mile back. So 10 miles round trip gives me my cardio, right? So I ride my bike. It's a little scary on a main street, but I take some side streets and it's fine. It was a little hot at first. It's cooling down now, so I'm getting used to riding again. So I ride it to the gym. I have a new trainer now. His name's Omar, and I do need to put his link in here. He is, hi Susan. So Omar is venturing out also, only has a couple more days left, and then he's going to be out on his own. He's going to be training. He works at Gold's. He's a phenomenal trainer. He went to a couple show, and he's working towards getting his pro card as well. It's a lot of work. He's doing great. He's a fantastic trainer. I'm going to stay with him because I plan on doing a show in August again, the same one, but this time I have to be ready for it. I can't go on a stage carrying too much weight like I did before. So he's been training me. So he's written me a meal plan and a workout plan. So I've been on them now. This is going on my 3rd week. If you want me to send it to you, I will, because I want to inspire others. If you want him to train you, he can do it online. I'm meeting with him. We FaceTime. I was lucky enough to work out with him, not with him, but at the gym. And so I've known Omar for quite a long time, like probably 5 years that I've been training. I asked him a long time ago to help train me. But that was before I was doing bodybuilding. So he's fantastic. Good person. Doesn't care about how old you are or how much you have to do, goals-wise. He's going to help you. He's going to definitely help you. So I'm going to put his link. Jeremy's another one, a posing coach, but Omar is going to help me when it gets closer and do the posing, which I may then head back to Idaho to work with him at the gym, just because I want to be ready to go this time. So his workouts that he wrote me, I'm working out. I'm gonna say, have I doubled? I would say I almost have been doubled what I was doing before. Let me tell you how. So for one, I'm training 6 days a week. My other trainer had got me up to 6 days too. But this is a more intense training, and it's taken me a little bit to get fully engaged. But so he's got me on chest. Here, I'm gonna just pull it up because then I can tell you more about it. But I just had it, and then okay. So day 1, and that's a Monday is my day 1. It's chest and back. So I'll just tell you, this is how we start out. This is how we start out my workout. Warm-ups, just warm-ups. I did 12 reps times 4. So you're doing 12 push-ups times 4 with a superset of pull-ups, and you do pull-ups until failure. So 12, 12, 24, 24, 48. So just to warm yourself up. And I'm still doing girl push-ups, by the way, guys. I do the knee one right now, but they still are effective. So I'll do 12 times 4. So I'll do 12 push-ups. The pull-up machine uses your body weight, because I can't do pull-ups on my full body weight at this point. So I have to do the machine that helps you with body weight. You're not pulling your full body weight. I'm going to work my way up to that, but there's no way I'd be able to get 48 out of pull-ups, you know. So you do the pull-up machine. So you do 12 push-ups, get up on the pull-up machine, do 12 of those, 12 push-ups, 12 pull-ups, 12 push-ups. That's a superset, okay? The pull-ups, I ended up getting about 50, and that's about when I hit my failure point on my warm-up, warm-ups. Then I had dumbbell incline bench press. You're lifting, and then superset seated with dumbbell rows. So your dumbbell incline bench press, you know, you're back on an incline bench pressing dumbbell weights, and then supersetting it with rows, okay, in the same sequence. So you're doing that 4 times 4, 15 times 12 times 12 times 10, okay? Supersetting it. Now, the amount of weight, I usually start a little bit lower, like 20 pounds on each arm, and then I'm working my way up into about 30 per arm, so the 60 pounds. But I've worked a lot towards that. So then next is the flat bench. So you'll lay the bench down, dumbbell or barbell, 4 sets, 15, 12, 10, and 8. I normally do 25 pounds per arm, and then I've 30. I've done as high as 35, but today I didn't. So when you do those warm-ups, it fatigues your muscles. So you're going in pretty fatigued already, but I love it. My first 2 weeks I was super sore, but I'm doing better with it now. Then you do pull-ups again, weighted, like I said, with your body weight, as much as you can, 4 sets, 20, 15, 10, and 12, and 10. Incline cable fly. So you're at an incline doing a fly with the cable. Cable lat pull downs, lat pull downs, dumbbell pull over where you lay down and pull it over your head, decline push-ups. So I still do the girl ones, but I got a bench, so I'm sort of at a decline doing push-ups again. That's what you end it with. So, and then superset with your pull-ups, and that's four sets of 15 reps each. So you're pretty burnt out, so that's kind of that's my new norm, my new workouts. Okay, so then, let's see, day 2 is legs. Warm up again is squats. And you're only doing it with the bar. You don't want it, you're just warming up, remember. So squats, 4 sets, 25 reps. So I'm doing 100 squats, just the bar. I just use the bar for warm-ups. And then superset again. So you'll do 1 set of 25 with the bar, then you'll superset it with lunges. 4 sets rep, 20 each leg, okay? So think about it. 20, 40, 80, 160 lunges. With no weight though. So, you see what I'm saying? Your legs are screaming by the end of your warm-up, which is fatiguing them, getting them ready for your actual work. So then I'm doing barbell squats, barbell or dumbbell Romanian deadlifts, leg presses, Bulgarian split squats, dumbbell elevated sumo squats, hamstring curls, and calf raises. Day 3 is arms with some shoulders. Kind of, you know, just think of it the same way. You usually do a warm-up. This is dumbbell curls, 3 sets times 15. And then you do a superset dumbbell tricep extensions, 3 sets with 15. So you kind of get what I'm saying. You're stressing out those muscles a little bit in your warm out. And then you've got 7 different kinds of following exercises. Day 4 is chest and back again. I ask him, because I'm like, chest and back, so why am I doing it 2 days out of my 6? Because as a bodybuilder, bikini, you want that form. So you want to shape your form so that you go at like this, you know, a V shape. So that's why I'm doing it again. Chest and back. He does have me on different exercises, but kind of the same thing. Push-ups, 25 reps times 4, supersets until failure. Same thing, warming up. Day 5 is legs again. Yep, the supersets with squats and all the lunges. Yes. In fact, that's still again the same. And then day 6 is Saturday, and that's shoulders. And then he's got some stomach stuff and back stuff in there mixed in. But by the end of my 6th day, I'm feeling it. Okay, so, and then he's got rest day or cardio. I am trying to get, like, my son got me into pickleball. And so I'm trying to get back into pickleball, but I'm at least riding my bike and trying to get he wants me at 12,000 steps, so today I've got 10 on already. I'm trying to hit the treadmill at an incline at the gym for about 15 minutes, adding that on right now. So, gee whiz, will I be ready? I sure hope so. It's pretty intense, but I love it. Okay, so my meal plan changed a lot, quite a bit. It intensified even more, but I'm understanding why, because I'm burning a lot of calories, I feel like, at the gym. So I didn't used to work out before I went to the gym because I would go early morning. Now I actually have 2 meals before I go to the gym, right? Excuse me. 1 glass of 8-ounce water, and you'll like this, Irene. Apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons in the morning, right away. I don't get to the gym till 10 now. I'm lazy now, but I have a half a cup of oatmeal, some berries, and some almond milk. And then my second meal is I made some egg bites. Now he's got me at 12 ounces egg whites. You know, I talked to him this week about it. It's a lot more than I was used to eating. I was about 900 calories. He wants me up more than 1,300. So the meal plan he gave me was more intense, and so he said just cut it down a little bit. So I've been trying to add a little each day, right? But I'm at this point, I have gained 10 pounds and have not lost them again. It kind of scares me, so I'm being careful what I'm eating. So my other meal was keto, and he's got me adding some brown rice, a cup of brown rice, some asparagus or broccoli, and 6 ounces lean chicken, turkey, or fish. I'm going to do half a cup of the brown rice and then, you know, we talked about it today, and I'll probably use cauliflower rice because I'm not very good with gluten. Like, it kind of I get stuff that drains down anyway, and I don't lose well on it. So He's got me doing almond milk, a scoop of protein. One thing that I've really liked, and I'm doing this when I get home from the gym, these are my post workouts. So the almond milk, the protein, super greens in a shake and kind of drink that. But this is rice cakes. So he had me on 4 rice cakes. I'm doing 2 rice cakes, a tablespoon of peanut butter and a tablespoon of sugar-free jelly. Wow, is that a nice treat. And it gives you like, I don't think that's too much. Like he had me doing 4, but I'm just cutting back to 2. It really, and then the post-workout shake, it really feels like it nourishes you again. So I'm okay with that. He's also got me doing, I have a lot of supplements. I'm still taking some from the other trainer, but he added fish oil and 2 capsules of digestive enzymes, which I used to take. So I started taking those. And then he's got me 2 more meals for the day. I probably will cut that out to 1 more and do another 6 ounces of protein, brown rice, broccoli, 16 almonds, and then a magnesium at the end of the day, which I was doing already. I'll probably cut down, he's got me doing 5 meals. I'll probably just go down to like 4 and then try that and see how I do tomorrow. Because normally on the keto that I was doing, I could drop 10 pounds. If I had gained it, I could drop it pretty quick, but I'm not really losing like that anymore. So I'm just going to substitute some things out and then let Omar know sort of what I'm doing and how it's working or not working, because that's important, because he's helping me. Because I've always had, like, I don't know about you guys, but I've always had this thing with food where I used to starve myself and stuff, and I've never bodybuilded like this before. I've always lifted weights. I've never been in a competition, and I need help with it. Like, I need to know how to build the muscle and cut, because you have to be low in body fat, and I know you can do it at this age. So don't let the age, do not let the age stop you, right, Irene? It doesn't matter. You can drop weight and you can cut body fat, and I can do it. I've seen, there's a 60 and older club of bodybuilders, 70. Keep going. They're still doing it. We can do it. So I did it. I went on the stage. Wasn't completely ready, but I did it, and I was hooked. So this time I want to be ready for it, and I'm going to be. So anyway, all right, so that's my workouts. I put on here a note, hard to get food in, and that's what I told you. And I talked to Irene about it. She was telling me too that she had a trainer that added food too, and it takes a while, but then you start seeing results from it. So like Omar said, trust the process, and I'm trying to. It's a new thing for me, and I'm trying to be honest. Okay, so I was going to tell you the fitness place that I found here, they're letting me do it by the month. So I signed up for 1 month. It was $50, but I like it. It's actually Christian owned. It's pretty cool. It's not super busy, has all the weights I want. It's close to me, within 5 miles. Fun people. I've been meeting lots of people there, and so that's what I'm doing for workouts. Okay, so geez, moving forward. So on to moving forward. What's happening there? What's happening? Am I doing the right thing? Have I noticed that because it was scary. It was scary jumping out and jumping off the stage, right, Irene? It was scary, you know? Yes, I'm doing the right thing. It's very fulfilling. It's funny too, because I'll get to where I'm like, so staying with Lesa, Lesa and Todd and I, her husband, I love this. Every night we have a show we've been watching, The Last Kingdom, and there's this super hot guy on there called Uthred. So every night we have dinner together and we watch Uthred. It's a great movie. And then we're going to go on to The Outlander and watch that. So it's been fun doing that. It's been fun. I just put on my notes here on my moving forward. My heart is full. You know, I went through a lot when I lost my husband, and grief is hard and it's life-changing. I finished my doctorate degree at the university, and then just, I don't know, I wasn't going anywhere, so I jumped off and just bought an RV, got out of debt, pretty much paid it off, finished my house and those things. And you know, once in a while I start thinking about it like, oh my gosh, I don't have any income. I did do well at my house when I flipped it, and so I had some in the bank, but I have to kind of live on a budget, you know, and be careful, because money goes fast, especially if you're not working. And so you know, that it's kind of weird sometimes. Sometimes I'll say, oh, maybe you should go back, you could work at a university, la la la, I don't know. I've got to give my moving forward website 21-day challenge a go, and go from there, because I think that's my calling, and I really like doing this. So so I just made a list. Why is it, you know, why is it fulfilling? I know this is another blessing. I'm staying here in Havasu, and I have a brother. Unfortunately, my dad, and you know, I always wanted to come back and stay with my mom and dad and be with them, you know, because they're retired. Unfortunately, we lost my dad, and you know, it's been kind of difficult, but it's nice to be back here. And I was able to go by and see my mom. Now today I got to ride by on my bike, and I actually took a picture of my mom and dad's house, and it was sad coming into here knowing I wasn't able to see him. But that's one reminder. Go see, if your parents are still alive, go see them and love on them. Record them. Get their stories. Tell them you love them. You know, those kinds of things. But one thing, so my brother's here still in town, my brother and his wife. He runs a business here, my dad's business. He's now running one side of that and his side. So Sam Nichols and McCann Electrical. I am over the top proud of him. So proud. I just thought, you know, I'm just like, so I went by and saw him. He called and invited me and took me to lunch. That's the first time we've ever gone to lunch together. What a blessing. You know, we were sitting down and he introduced me as his little sister, and I'm just like, I was so proud of him. Just the man he's become. I just thought, you know, my dad would be so proud of how he's doing with the business. And my other brother as well, my sister in Colorado. My brother took an extension of my dad's company and runs it for several years now in Colorado. I'm so stinking proud of them all. What a blessing to be able, I'd never gone to lunch with my brother, and that was a blessing. I just thought about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was awesome. So this is my list of my heart being full and the blessings I've received. I've got to be with family and friends. I'm meeting tons of new people, all kinds. I'm learning about myself from that. New places, new scenery, new states, a new church. So I've got to attend one in Kentucky now, one in Minnesota, and now one in Havasu. It's good to know that God is alive and well, right? Wonderful music, good church, and it's making my faith stronger in what I'm doing, you know, what I'm supposed to be doing. And continue to do. So it's all good. Okay. So this is my intro, and I see Lisa's watching. So I'm about 5 minutes out, Lisa, and I think what I'll do is go around through the back. Let's see if I can. So Lisa wants to be in my video. Let me see. I was going to come in and include you, but let's see if I can get you on here. I don't know. I added you, but I don't know if you're able to be on. Let's see. Okay, it says it's adding. This is all new. This is all technically new. So it looks like it's adding you. Maybe we can talk at the same time. What have I been doing at Lisa's? Oh my gosh, I've been able to be with her grandkids. Her little grandson is a doll. They're all a doll. They're all beautiful kids. He flirts with me, comes up and, hugs me, and oh my gosh. I'm like, after 6 years, he's my first real date. And he's so awesome. Okay, we're connecting. There, Lisa, are you on? Can you see me?
I can see you.
Can you talk?
I'm on.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know you were already on there.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I was going to come in with my phone and connect with you. Because I wanted to show your house like in the back and stuff. But this is fun because I didn't know we could just both be on at the same time. So I'm glad you did it. This was really awesome.
I know, it was weird.
So if you want to sign off, I'm going to go into the back. I can either come through the house and start there. Do you want to start showing in your living room or your front area or whichever?
I don't know.
That might be a good place to start.
We can go out front.
Okay, so I'll come in there and bring my phone in there, and then we'll go ahead and go from in your house.
Okay. Okay.
Does that work? But I'm glad we did this because this is fun. I didn't know we could.
So, all right. So I'm going to get out of here.
Okay. Yep. And I'll be right in.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Okay. So what I just wanted to say is, let's see. I'm going to talk about what Lisa's doing because I want to share her incredible life with you. It's incredible what she's done. I'm so proud of her. Like, so proud of her. Her and her husband. I mean, it's incredible what they've done with flipping house, living out of debt, things like that. Stay-at-home nana, things like that. One of the highlights was she took me for a Saturday on her Sea-Doos. And in a couple weeks, we're going to go to the reunion together. But I'll tell you what, if you get a chance to go on a Sea-Doo, do it because it was freaking incredible. So, okay, with that, I'm going to try and go in. So I got to turn my light off, and then I'm just going to take my phone with me. Hopefully I can, because I have a little, I don't know though. I don't know if I can flip it around. Like, I want to be able to flip it around. So I think, sorry guys, this is kind of new, but I think I'll take, we're going to go in Lisa's house. I want to show you kind of, this is where I'm staying and stuff. Okay, this is a little area. You can kind of see the gate out there, which I love, right? Sucky. She's got to come out with me. So she's got a mask. She's all ready for Halloween, right? She turned gray overnight. Maybe it's when I decided to quit my job. And so here's my bike waiting for me. Lisa and Todd's trailer. Look how roomy it is back here, you guys. This is where we kind of put Sookie so she'd stay in this area. Okay, so this is the side door. You coming in? Oh, are you still on that? Yeah, you can shut it off. Okay. So I'm showing you. Well, you can tell me what you want me to show, but it's beautiful. I love this house. Okay, Lesa.
Hi. So.
Okay, where do you want to go? Okay, so where you want to go out front though?
Yeah.
Okay, I got to show you this fun little thing that I've got to get one of. Birthdays. Oh wow. And it's kids and grandkids.
Yes.
Kids and grandkids. So we'll go out to this is Marley. Okay, so we're going to go out to the front and kind of look around the front area. Okay, how long have you been working on it? How long have you been here?
We've been here almost 4 years.
Almost 4 years. Okay. And you've kind of been working on it ever since, right?
Yeah, slowly.
And you said that you painted it to begin with? Look at how cute that is.
Well, it's hard to know what grows here, so you have to hit and miss.
Okay. All right. So, Lesa, go ahead and tell us about your aloe vera plants, because you told me the story about it being one plant.
It was one plant, and now I've got probably 50.
So she said she takes them apart and replants them. They come apart in bulbs or
No,
just little plants.
Take them out.
Okay.
See how the little ones are growing?
Yeah, down there.
Yeah, and they'll grow big, and then you take the whole thing out, and you can separate them wherever.
Okay, so this is just so cute. So cute. And you changed the color to a color I liked at first, but she didn't. So burnt orange,
yes,
wasn't it? She doesn't like burnt orange too much. Okay, so this is the front area, which is darling. And you guys have put everything in, haven't you?
Yes.
And she just put some lights in these little birdhouses. We have to look at that. We haven't looked at it yet. Okay. So we'll go through the house now. Whichever, if we can just stay in the living room or wherever you want to. We're new at this, you guys. Cute. Oh. Okay. So the living room is beautiful too. I love it in here. Love it. And that's a wood burning fireplace. And did you have this carpet in?
No, it was all tile. It was all this tile.
Okay. This tile right here.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's hard on the feet, and I love carpet. So.
Yeah, and I love this little barn door over there. You guys see it for the closet? So freaking cute. Okay, so we're going to just head out to the backyard, which, okay, did you guys add the patio on, or it was
no, this was here. We just had to repaint everything.
Yeah, okay.
And the wind is blowing, so everything is...
Come on, you can come out. So Todd had the stereo going the other day when we were playing right, left, and center. I always say it wrong. Right, left, and center.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the fun part of the house. Well, I mean, it's all fun.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I didn't take the pool cover off just in case we want to go swimming. You want to keep it warm. So.
Right. And what is warm to Lesa?
To have 90 degrees on top.
Which is really nice. Like we've gone swimming quite a bit in it. But so your pool wasn't here, correct?
No, it was all dirt. Everything from this point, we had to put in the gates. Everything from this point on was all dirt.
Okay, so they had to do all the pool. And this is one thing that I thought was pretty unique is it's a saltwater, right? Saltwater pool. And why'd you go with that?
Because out here in the desert, the salt is better for your skin.
Okay. All right. And so they also they put in a shower out here too as well. We'll come over here and show you that. And so like you just shower off, right?
Yeah.
Afterwards.
In the mirror. mirror.
Yeah, we're in the mirror. And look at how cute this is.
And the wind's blowing.
Yeah.
So,
So we had a wind advisory here today, and it is picking up.
yeah.
Like, I'm going to show you out here. Look at the wind, the area. I don't know if you can see the lake clear out there, but it's really, really picking up now. But anyway, so it's just beautiful. The dog's going to the bathroom. So the dog and Sookie is looking for cat poo, I think. So we don't want to film that. So they're done now. And we were talking about Lisa's plants and everything. And one of these trees over here, this one right here, is do you know the name of it?
No, I don't know the name. It's just, it's considered a pole tree.
Pole tree. Because it doesn't drop leaves
Right.
in your pole and
Right.
things. So, and then the rest is just over, those are 2 orange trees, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right, so that's the backyard, and it's just beautiful, so beautiful. So I'm gonna shift it around again. Do you want to just set out here somewhere, and we can
In
just
the wind.
inside maybe I think we're gonna go back inside so we can just visit a little bit more. I wanted her to tell you about how she got to here, I guess, or do you want to go inside? Right here's okay. Oh.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess what we could do is tell me about your. So how'd you get out of not paying house payments anymore, basically?
Well, a lot of people know that Todd went through major surgeries, and we had to leave Missouri. We ended up having a house built in Las Vegas, Nevada, and in 2 years the house had doubled, so we decided that was our chance to get out.
When was that? What year? Do you remember what year?
It was we moved there in 2002 and we left in 2004.
Wow. So okay, that's
So-
awesome.
So we sold the house and we went and built a 3-story log cabin up in Colorado, out of pocket, and there for a while was a little tight, but no mortgage. And then 15 years later, we decided to move by one of our children. So we moved by our daughter, Amanda, and her kids.
Okay.
So,
All
so
right.
anyway, we sold the house there, and then since we didn't own it, we bought outright in
Havasu,
Lake Havasu.
which is
so-
incredible.
So yeah,
Incredible. So
it's nice. We haven't had a mortgage since 2004.
right. So we all aim for that. That's why I paid my RV off.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Okay. And so you are able to stay at home with your grandbabies
Yes.
part of the week, right? Part of the time.
I just do it 2.5 days.
Yeah. And they're so sweet. It's so much fun watching Lesa with her grandkids.
Yeah. They're a handful, but I love them.
Yeah. She bakes cupcakes and cookies for him, which is hard for me to stay out of.
You're doing good.
Yeah. So anyway, one of the things that I like to talk about is there something you would tell your childhood self that would be different than?
Well, you know what? I
What you
started
would do
thinking
different.
about that, and things happen for a reason. That's what brings you to the point you're at.
Right.
So I wouldn't change anything.
Okay.
And because I wouldn't have the kids that I have, and
Right.
and
And
some
blessings.
things happen for a reason. God put you in that. God knows what you need when you need it. So.
Absolutely does. Yeah. That's awesome. Okay. Well, I guess would you give anybody advice for the future or yourself? What do you see for future, or any words of wisdom?
I don't know, plan things out. Make sure that when you do make adjustments, make sure you're going to be better off. If you're not going to be better off, then sometimes it's not in your best interest. That's all.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to flip it around and we're going to sign off in Lake Havasu, Arizona. Much love. Love you guys. And hopefully I'll do another one tomorrow. We'll see.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.